Peace and glory, everybody. Peace and glory. Hobby Lobby. What is up? It's your boy, Javier with the Javier show. Make sure you say it twice. All right. So I'm going to do a live stream reaction video, just me, myself, to Samson. Ball If I Want To, his remix. And I did a reaction live stream one time with Samson, and it went on for about an hour and some change, I believe. And people didn't really like that. I guess reactions aren't supposed to be that long. But to be fair, we did a lot of talking and things of that sort. But this time, it's going to be different. So, without further ado, let's get into the video.
1 in a million to one villain. Too hot to be in the kitchen. I'll end up melting the ceiling.
All right, before we get started, I just want to say that I am really considering doing my live streams about an hour later, maybe 8 o'clock. It seems like 8 o'clock Eastern. It seems like most of y'all are freer around that time. And I don't want y'all to miss the live streams. I would really like to see y'all comments and things of that sort. But I'm excited about this video. So without further ado, let's see what Samson is all about. It's been too long, far too long. Pizza Planet delivery shuttle serving your local star cluster. I have no idea what that shirt is. I don't know if he actually works there or not. What's up? What's up? But this should be interesting. Look like a pizza shirt. All right. Oh no. I like the little camera motion. Oh no! Not on a train track, man. You can't pass out.
I'm sick as a motherfucker.
Yo, I like this kid, yo. I really like this kid. Like, I just can't help it. Like, the first thing he says is I'm sick as a motherfucker. Now it makes sense. All right. This should be good.
I'm sick as a motherfucker. I'm so descriptive, every flow I spit is so legit. It's like watching a flick when I cut a verse. The moment you open the shit that I posted, it's just like a motion pic. No one script is coming close to this. I'm like a film when I rap, cause I'm real and I keep it rolling, bitch.
Yo, check out Samson. There's a headhunter here. There's a little hitter right here. Woo! I can't even digest everything he just said. I really can't. Tina, what's up? Welcome to my live stream reaction. Oh man, Samson is this is good. This is my third reaction for Samson, and look, it's going great. Y'all, let me rewind that for y'all just coming in.
I'm sick as a motherfucker. I'm so descriptive, every flow I spit is so legit. It's like watching a flick when I cut a verse. The moment you open the shit that I posted, it's just like a motion pic. No one script is coming close to this. I'm like a film when I rap, cause I'm real and I keep it rolling, bitch.
I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, all right. He said something along the lines of he keep it rolling just like a flick, like a Hollywood flick or something like that. Man, I can't even keep up with the fella, man. I can't even keep up.
It's just like a motion pic. No one script is coming close to this. I'm like a film when I rap, cause I'm real and I keep it rolling, bitch.
All right. Look, I didn't know he was going to be hitting this hard. I didn't know. He came with the fire. All right, let me continue.
My shit is so universal. It's easy to try and relate. I'm just trying to make my dream work. So as soon as they open the Lion's Gate, it's over for y'all.
This man got the punchlines when it comes to the whole Hollywood setup and scheme. He talking about DreamWorks. Everybody know DreamWorks. They make movies. When he talks about Lionsgate, and yo, he killing that. That rhyme scheme is dope, and it makes sense compared to what he just actually came off of. He used language like my cousin Juice. Yeah, he does have a lot of colorful language, to say the least. This video may not get monetized due to that, but it is what it is. You know, I just enjoy this.
To try and relate, I'm just trying to make my dream work. So as soon as they open the Lion's Gate, it's over for y'all. I do it for pussy. I learned how to rap just to pork your mother.
All right, so, whew. All right. Samson, look, I said, this is my third time reacting to him, and he's different. like I've been doing a lot of reactions to like Christian conservative rap, and not necessarily even Christian conservative rap, but very political. This song doesn't fall into that category. And of course, like Tom McDonald songs that I do, sometimes Tom McDonald is just stunting, just straight up stunting. What's up, Rachel? Yeah, just stunting so hard. But yo, this dude is killing this. I'm really feeling his vibe on this.
As they open the lion's gate, it's over for y'all. I do it for pussy. I learned how to rap just to pork your mother. I made a movie with your sister. She's about to be famous. I told her to Warner Brothers.
Told him to Warner Brothers. Yo, y'all catching the rhyme scheme though. Like the Lionsgate, the DreamWorks, the Warner Brothers, like stack, bam, 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 bam. I like that. I really do like that. I appreciate the attention to the scheme of it all. Keeping the same, what you call a schematic flow. And it makes sense. It makes sense. Tell me, yo, this guy's killing it. He's killing it. He's killing it. Yo, Samson, I feel you.
To rap just to pork your mother. I made a movie with your sister. She's about to be famous. I told her to Warner Brothers. You're just a corner cutter, never been a hustler. You were born a sucker. You just make up excuses so you don't have to do shit. It's always one fucking thing or another. I want it more than others, so I'm up early in the morning while you lay dormant under the covers. Always lying down. You gotta give this prick a Viagra pill just to force him upwards.
All right. Let me start laughing. Whew. All right. Notice something. The man just spit all of those bars right then and there. He is very good, Tina. He's very good. He just spit all of those bars. The control of his breath is amazing. The fact that he just went through all of those things. You didn't hear him. You didn't hear any of that. He just straight through, clean, crisp flow. If he had to breathe, they did a great job masking that, but he just killing it. He killing it. Y'all, look, I'm gonna tell y'all what I would have heard in the hood growing up. They would have said, "White boy killing it." White boy is off the chain.
And while you lay dormant under the covers, always lying down, you gotta give this prick a Viagra pill just to force him upwards. I'm cold as fuck. I freeze water when I walk in this bitch. That's why
I'm cold as fuck. I freeze water when I walk in it. I'm not gonna say all of those words that he's saying. He cursing a lot. Look, I didn't know he was gonna be cursing this much in the song, but I mean, hopefully for y'all God-fearing, loving people out there, please don't take too much offense. I like to, test the waters and see what we get. And this is great. It's not gonna take me too long to do this reaction either. So y'all want to ask me a few questions, whatever. I answer a few questions when this is over. So could be by anything.
your girl has a frozen pussy cause I make her wet. I'm cold as fuck. I freeze water when I walk in this bitch. That's why your girl has a frozen pussy cause I make her wet when I talk my shit. Took her.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is too vulgar. But I like Samson. Look, sometimes you just gotta appreciate the bars, appreciate the skills, and sometimes you just gotta do that, regardless if you with all of the foul language and stuff like that. I grew up on hearing stuff like this. It was usually coming from gangster hip hop artists, so this ain't nothing new to me. But I'm really vibing with it. I'm really vibing with the flow, and the beat is nice.
Her home and then I hit it so hard that I broke it to pieces like Sub-Zero. Then she got on top and after she got done, I gave the ride a review like Doug DeMiro.
Remember, he's keeping a little rhyme scheme going. So he did all about the being so cold and about freezing water and freezing the girl vagina. And then he went on about Sub-Zero. Like, he's definitely doing a good job. Because when he switches over, you notice that he's sticking to one scheme. Any color, all humankind. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we all one big family. That's all I mean. We all bleed red.
Pieces like Sub-Zero. Then she got on top and after she got done, I gave the ride a review like Doug DeMiro. The ladies like getting undressed and showing their breasts. They send me nudes and I really like it. It's very inspiring. It motivates me and gets me moving.
Yo. I know y'all can hear this, but the ad libs in the background is just emphasizing the parts that are just crazy. Oh man, Jesus Wizards Spatula, what's up? Oh man, this man he got me laughing. I don't think I ever laughed this much in this short amount of time.
Their breasts, they send me nudes, and I really like it. It's very inspiring. It motivates me and gets me moving. They ask me to send something back, and I say, okay, I guess I'll do it, but it's kind of small, so you gotta zoom to see me jerk off like Jeffrey Tubin.
Oh, bro. Then he threw up Jeffrey Tubin on the video. This man is wilding, yo. Y'all already know about the whole Zoom call with the CNN, and dude decided that they were taking a break on the CNN Zoom call, and this guy decided that he wanted to take a little time to himself to please himself, and certain somebody forgot to turn the camera off, or at least didn't realize that it wasn't off. So that's where that comes from. I try to catch as many, little things as I can here and there.
Okay, I guess I'll do it, but it's kind of small, so you gotta zoom to see me jerk off like Jeffrey Tubin.
Nah, I'm not gonna sit here and say that. I mean, like, him telling you the size of his comedic relief, bold, very bold.
I didn't think I was on the call. I didn't think other people could see me.
You thought that you had turned off your camera?
Correct.
He really stopped the music and every single thing just to play this clip. And the fact that this dude did what he did, and he is on CNN being able to explain himself, lets you know the bias in the media. If this dude was some Republican guy or whatever who had exposed himself on camera, it wouldn't have been no, let's invite him on CNN and have a full discussion and let him explain for himself what really happened. Lamar, what's up? Lamar in the building. Y'all go check out TFG Entertainment Media, TFG Media. Go check him out. That's my boy Lamar. He was on my 4-hour live special. What's up, bro? This right here is killing it, though.
I thought that I had turned off the Zoom call.
Let me rewind that again for y'all. I did not notice the guy in the background. Yo, dude back there is like, what?
That you had turned off your camera?
Correct. I thought that I had turned off the Zoom call.
Yo, that is wilding. That is wilding. I didn't even know how we got here, yo.
You don't want it in, I guarantee you, bitch.
Hold on.
Off your camera?
Correct. I thought that I had turned off the Zoom call.
You don't want it in, I guarantee you, bitch. I'll fuck it up, believe it, looking like Tarantino flick. You really think you're in my lane, but you ain't nowhere near me. You're just busy hanging onto the side like a carabiner clip. Okay. You're just a parody, it's embarrassing. You get jealous when you can compare to me. I don't care to see anything. You can apparently do. I'm like a bear in a zoo tearing through the barrier, so you better prepare to be food.
Man, listen. Y'all tell Samson, man. Tell Samson this, man. I rap too. Look, I rap too. If this guy want to do a song together, I would do it. Yo, I would get, if I can get Samson, if I can get Tom McDonald, and I can get Tyson James, y'all just do a song together, man. So far, y'all been killing it from what I've been seeing of y'all. So y'all just line up, make a fire song, bro. The song can be 10 minutes long. I don't care. But this dude is rocking and rolling. Yo, the man bars is just magnificent. I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
You compare to me, I don't care to see anything. You can apparently do. I'm like a bear in a zoo tearing through the barrier, so you better prepare to be food. You're sweeter than tiramisu. I don't buy into the narrative you spew. I don't claim to be the toughest, and I never will, but I swear I know scarier dudes acting like.
This man said, I ain't never claimed to be the toughest. And I never say I will, but I know scarier dudes than you. Basically, it's like, stop all the hype. Killing it, y'all. Man, y'all gotta send me some more Samson stuff, man. Right now I only got like two more songs of his, and one of them was when he was Jay Bird or something like that when he was younger. But y'all gotta send me more of his little rhymes.
You're gonna square up and shoot like the old claim to be the toughest, and I never will, but I swear I know scarier dudes acting like you're gonna square up and shoot like the old Western movie characters do. The only time you hold still for a draw is when somebody's doing a caricature of you, cause you're goofy.
Get it? Goofy, Disney, character, draw. Y'all never hear that, man. Say it again for him, Samson. For the people in the back.
Carrier dudes acting like you're gonna square up and shoot like the old Western movie characters do. The only time you hold still for a draw is when somebody's doing a caricature of you, cause you're goofy.
Oh man, somebody get this man some cold water. This man is hot, y'all. Y'all got any questions? Go ahead and ask me a few questions because it wasn't gonna take long to do that reaction. It wasn't. It really wasn't. Just for those people who want to stick around for a little bit longer. Yo, I want y'all to go check out. I did a video about Jussie Smollett, right? And about him being found guilty. So just out of my curiosity, I was very curious to see what some of the people on the left think about Jussie Smollett being guilty. Go check out. Usually don't do this, but go check out The View and see what they had to say about Jussie Smollett being guilty. Look how they try to humanize him so much and try to make him seem to be some kind of like loving, kind person who just made a mistake. Maybe he's on drugs. Like, I wanted to make a video about this so bad, but I had other things to do. But go check out The View and just see what they try to humanize. They even try to make excuses for Kamala Harris and Joe Biden jumping on the bandwagon and saying that it wasn't their fault. They didn't know it was a hoax. That's why you wait on the evidence. Y'all. So, just a little update before we go. I am going to be activating the memberships on YouTube. And with the memberships, you're going to be able to get early access to videos. So all my little reaction videos that I'm doing, I'm going to be releasing it to the members first. So if I'm releasing a video on Monday, the people who are members will get the video the day before or maybe even earlier. I haven't made up my mind about that yet. But I'll also be doing special live streams for them and a little extra access of, stuff that other people don't get. Now, with that being said, I'm not going to keep y'all too long. This was a great video, right? Now, all right, Samson, I got to rate this song. I gotta rate this song before we go, all right? All right, so when it came to the visuals, y'all going to feel weird about this whole rating. When it came to the visuals, I'm going to give the visuals 2 out of 10. The visuals wasn't much. I mean, he has a pizza shirt on. Maybe he works at a pizza joint. He was standing on the railroad tracks. It wasn't really anything exclusive to what the video was about or anything, but that's fine. I mean, visually it didn't do much. I mean, but that's okay. He was just spitting bars. When it comes to the bars, though, I'm giving those bars 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 on the bars because, like the Italians say, when they do this, yes, it was delicious. It was delicious. And when it comes to the beat, I'm not even sure if that was Samson's beat. Apparently it said remix, so maybe that was somebody else's beat. But the beat was pretty good. I'm going to give the beat 6 out of 10. So it was good. So overall, the rating of this song, I'm going to say was 7 out of 10. I mean, the bar is just great. The View is the most horrible show that is unbelievably still on air. I know, right? I know. Like, y'all really, man, I'm not trying to turn this into a different political show. But y'all really got to check this out. For those of y'all who sticking around with me real quick, let me see if I can find this thing. Because, this is crazy. I'm just going to find this thing and play it real quick. And then if y'all want to tune out, y'all only came for the reaction, y'all go ahead and do that. But I got to, let's see if I can find this thing. Jussie Smollett. These people ain't shit. All right.
Former Empire star.
I hope y'all can see that. I gotta do this, y'all. I gotta do this. Let's do this real quick. It ain't gonna take me long. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to do it.
Former Empire star Jussie Smollett was found guilty of orchestrating a fake hate crime. He had told police that he was jumped and beaten by men yelling homophobic slurs, who claimed to put a noose around his neck. But 2 brothers who were also his trainers, happened to be, testified that he...
Boy, look like the Black Mafia. Cool, y'all. And this type of stuff I'm going to be doing for my membership. So after I do like a reaction or something, I'm probably going to go over to the membership side and we're going to talk about some real stuff like this. I'm glad y'all sticking around for it. The boy look like the Black Mafia, boy. If you wanted to fake a hate crime and blame it on some red, like some white hunky dunky dudes with MAGA hats on. You pick Nigerian bodybuilders. That's what you do.
He paid them to help stage the crime. And now Smollett faces up to 3 years in jail. He is still sticking by his story. But tell me, what do you make of the way this played out?
Here you go. This is the whole South pedaling, different double standards. Trust me on this. If this Jussie Smollett dude, and that's what his name is, I'm going by Alpha Dave Chappelle, if he was really somebody who was a very strong conservative, this had come out on the opposite side of the spectrum, I guarantee you their whole handling this would sound totally different.
Look, I think it was, when it first happened, I think it was unimaginable to anybody that that it could be a hoax. And
To who? To who? It was unimaginable that it could be a hoax. To who? Not to me, and I know none of y'all. Listen, it don't take anybody with half a brain to understand the conditions in which that hate crime supposedly happened was unbelievable from the very beginning. The only people who believed that Jussie Smollett was telling the truth were people who wanted to believe that he was telling the truth.
frankly, you know, I think that for a lot of us, it read believable that there could be hate crimes, because there are hate crimes against minorities and against LGBTQ. And the big message that should come out for everybody out of this is that it should not deter people who are the victims of real hate crimes from reporting it.
Right.
I think Jussie Smollett, it would serve him well to accept responsibility, to pay back the city of Chicago for all the time and resources they spent.
Now watch what she does. Pay attention. Watch what she does.
Investigating this false accusation, and to show a little humility and remorse, because sentencing is coming. And you know, he keeps sticking to the story when there is a copy of the check he paid his brothers to beat him up. So
Jussie gotta be the dumbest actor I've ever seen. How you gonna be an actor and you can't even act? Like, bro, pay in cash. Everybody knows you pay in cash. Look, if any celebrity out there wants to pay me, Javier, $10,000 bare minimum, depending on what you need, to perpetuate a hate crime on you, I accept cash only. Like, I only want cash, right? Check me out. Hit me up right in the comment section.
Right.
Can I say, Jussie, at full disclosure, Jussie is a dear friend of mine.
Full disclosure, Jussie is a friend of mine. We don't even want to hear what you got to say, woman.
I love him.
I know I said woman, but that's not what this is about tonight.
Say, Jussie, at full disclosure, Jussie is a dear friend of mine. I love him so much. I still don't want to believe this. In his own
How is this show even popular? How are people even watching this crap?
testimony, he said that there was drugs involved. I don't have any evidence that he is addicted to drugs, but
because he ain't, he lying. He trying to say he had a sexual relationship with the guy who apparently was one of the brothers who beat him up, and it was some little sour stuff going on here. Man, that ain't got nothing to do with what happened.
we know that when drugs are involved, people don't always make the best decision.
Humanizing. Look, I sympathize with people who really have drug addictions, who are suffering and going through actual drug addiction, right? To sit here and try to blame drugs or even introduce the fact that drugs has anything to do with this has no weight at all on anything that took place. And you know why? Because up until the point where it took place, where Jussie faked it, all the way to this very day, Jussie Smollett is still lying about it. Drugs don't make you lie about stuff like this that long. This has nothing to do with it. He was on TV talking about he was the gay Tupac and he was going to be all, you know, people who didn't believe him, didn't trust him, they were racist or somehow. That has nothing to do with drugs. Drugs don't make you do that type of stuff. Come on, man.
That they don't always surround themselves with the best people, places, and things. Hopefully, he will start surrounding himself with better people, places, and things. I think about Robert Downey Jr.
He's the bad person in this situation. It wasn't the Ocean, whatever those guys' name is, the Nigerian brothers. He's the bad influence. Talking about surrounding himself around better people. He's the bad influence. If anything, people shouldn't want to be around him. See, this is ridiculous, people.
who battled drugs publicly many years ago and has turned his life around.
This is a disservice to people who actually are addicted to drugs or struggling with drugs, because drugs don't make you fake hate crimes and continuously lie about it. It doesn't. It just doesn't.
I'm sending Jussie love. I'm sending his family love. And I just wish him the best.
Oh! Why are you wishing this fool the best? Now, they're going to pull a little something here, y'all. Watch the sleight of hand. It's coming. It's coming. This is just ridiculous. Sending him love. Sending him love to him and his family. Screw that dude. I want him to go to jail. I want him to go to jail. Now, please.
Well, I think you make a great point here. Is we're kind of living in a time right now where two things can be true. You can love someone and care for them, and they can still make bad decisions and hurt people. And we rarely see
make bad decisions and hurt people. This fool tried to hurt himself. What are you talking about? I don't want to come off sexist, y'all. I really don't. But it's a lot of estrogen going on here. See, this goes back into why people need fathers. And I'm not saying that, women can't raise kids properly on their own. What I'm saying is men need fathers and boys need fathers. And the reason they need fathers is because at some point, all of that love and acceptance is okay. But at some point, you need structure. You need reality. You need somebody to sit you down and tell you that life ain't all roses and peaches. Sometimes life is going to hit you hard and you got to roll with the punches. Like this whole trying to be understanding and accepting and all of this is just, it's oversaturated. It's too much estrogen going on here. Estrogen is good. Testosterone is good. Put it together, you got a power team. But too much estrogen and you get stuff like this. This is why these people are living in this bubble right here.
that nuance. At this point, when you say you love someone, people are like, I'm writing you off as endorsing everything they stand for. And that's just not humans. That's none of us.
Oh, man. These probably were the same people who were criticizing every single person who voted for Donald Trump. Now, this show is very infamous of going after Trump supporters and people who supported Trump. And yet, they were willing to write any and everybody off, no matter what their reason was for voting for Donald Trump. These people can't believe it. They can't believe it. Maybe the money is so good that these people are willing to just not have any values.
So I commend you for doing that. I think the problem that bothers me here with this story is that the biggest thing for a victim of any abuse or hate crime is that they won't be believed.
Yes.
And I think when stories like this come out, the damage is in planting a small seed that could potentially make someone not be believed when it happens. The part that jumped out at me the most about this story, though, was the rush of leaders across this country to do the right thing on Twitter and make sure they spoke up immediately in defense before knowing everything. We had, the president.
Here we go. This is facts don't care about your feelings situation. It is a politician's job. I implore them, because it is very crucial, and they set a major narrative in this country to get the facts right. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what you feel your moral obligation is. You wait for the evidence before you jump out there and you start supporting the side before you even actually know what the evidence is. Boo-hoo. I don't have any remorse for Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. Why are we even talking about them? And too many times they've done this. We've seen it in the Rittenhouse case. Too many times. We've seen this in what was the black guy who got shot by the police when he was trying to go into his car and pull out a knife or something like that. And Kamala and them went to his house and was like treating him like he was a hero or something. Time and time again. At what point do you say enough is enough? Wait for the evidence to come out before you start running your mouth about something. We expect that at the bare minimum from our politicians.
Sense. That's why.
Well, yeah, but
Someone did the right thing. The right thing is to wait for the evidence.
when you approach anything that happens, you need to bring the information in. You need to respond, not react. And everyone across the boards reacted very quickly. And
nope, that's not true. The people who didn't believe Jussie didn't react. They just thought about it and was like, you know what? This doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't take rocket science. It doesn't take Einstein. It doesn't take any of that. It was a stupid story. Look, I supported Donald Trump. I was a big fan of Donald Trump. Listen, in no way in the world I'm going to be walking around Chicago with a noose in the middle of a vortex storm looking for Jussie Smollett out of all people. Most people don't even know who he was. Yep. These people, man.
Impulsively on Twitter. And I just think it's a reminder that you can't dial that back in. So if a narrative goes out and you endorse it, when things
Sarah,
come out, I think
we were living in a period where it wasn't unimaginable that a Black LGBTQ person could get beat up.
And
so
No, we are not about to let you do this. We are not about to sit here and let you try to make this seem like a believable story, because we live in a day and age where this is believable. Nothing about the details of Jussie Smollett's story is believable. Going to Subway in the middle of an ice storm, one of the coldest nights in Chicago, is not believable. Being met by 2 MAGA supporters in Chicago, in that side of town especially, is believable. Them carrying bleach and a noose around just in case they run across you is unbelievable. What else is unbelievable? The fact that they know who you are. The NF dude from Empire. It's unbelievable. I can go on and on. It's unbelievable. But they just try to gloss over that. They just want to gloss over that and say, it's believable in America. If it's so believable, why is it that somebody has to fake this? Think about that. If it happens all the time and it is so common to where we need a national movement to stop it, why is it that this man felt like he needed to fake this? And what would he have to gain by faking such a thing? They don't want to talk about this. This is a discussion that they should be having. I'm sorry, y'all. I get so passionate about this because it's just the absurdity needs to stop. People always ask me, how could you vote the way you vote? Because it's people like this. I can't get with this. I just can't.
And I know why it happened. I know why it happened.
But you know what?
I think it's important.
Let me say this, and I'm sorry, Sonny, because I know I'm cutting into your time. I saw yesterday a lot of reaction, on that point on Twitter of people wanting to own the liberals who had.
Now they trying to turn it into against the conservatives. This is what I'm telling y'all. Wait for it, because it never fails. Instead of this being a real referendum and a real correction on Jussie Smollett, now it's become about the people on the right. Exactly. Nobody really knew who this guy was. To be fair, he was on Empire because they needed some diversity. Let's just put it that way. They needed some diversity. You figure that out. There was a lot of diversity going on in Empire.
Reacted in support of Jussie Smollett. Well, yesterday also, Josh Duggar got convicted, found guilty of child pornography.
Here it is, the diversion. Why can't they just use this section to talk about Jussie Smollett? And if you want to talk about a different situation or a different segment, do that. They would refuse to give this man the full amount of attention that is required to digest what this man did and the consequences he should be facing. Now, I want to point something out very clearly, right? I find it ironic that Jussie Smollett played on this show called Empire, right? And the reason that he really was on Empire is because he was the diverse character because he was homosexual. And there was a lot of scenes of him doing homosexual acts and things of that sort on Empire. Now, for this show to be so concerned about diversity and inclusion, the whole story was about some gangster dude who built the whole music industry company surrounding corruption and his wife and doing drugs and stuff, all of this stuff. So they're promoting this negative message and glorifying this type of lifestyle and what it gets you. And of course, there was some drama and things that actually hurt people, and it was showing how those things could, turn back to hurt you or whatever. But the main drama of the show was surrounding that. That's why a lot of Black people were tuning in. But they made sure that through all the guns and the drugs and the glorification of the music industry and all of those things, the hip hop community and stuff like that, and the objectification of women, They made sure that you got some diversity and inclusion in there because that's what's most important. Yeah, a lot of people have never heard of Jussie Smollett before this.
Yeah.
And guess what? There are pictures
Crickets.
all over, all online of him with Marco
See?
Rubio and
It's
Ted
no longer about
Cruz
really justice.
and Mike Huckabee. So here's the bottom.
There's people trying to clap. See, the whole time when they said anything about Jussie being guilty or anything like that, nobody even attempted to clap. Now they start going after somebody on the right, and you hear people trying to build up a clap. These people are laughable at best.
line.
you.
It is not their fault that Josh Duggar was a pornographer, and they didn't know. And it's not, Kamala Harris's fault or Joe Biden's fault or Cory Booker's fault or anybody's fault that their natural reaction was to empathize with.
You see how she put that? You gotta be out of your freaking mind. Listen how she put it. Notice how she described the other guy on the right, and then how she had to stutter. She stuttered because she had to get this right, how she described Jussie Smollett's situation and these other politicians. Pay attention.
Pornographer, and they didn't know.
Hello.
Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz and Mike Huckabee. So here's the bottom line. It is not their fault that Josh Duggar was a pornographer, and they didn't know.
Straight up.
And it's not, Kamala Harris's fault or Joe Biden's fault or Cory Booker's fault or anybody's fault that their natural reaction was to empathize with somebody who we all at first thought was a victim of a hate crime.
Who we all, correction, who a very small group of y'all thought. Correction. And the second thing is, it is their freaking fault because they have a job to do, and their job shouldn't be running and pouncing on anything that supports their political views or supports their positions. They should wait for the evidence. So yes, I do blame them for being incompetent.
Fault anyway.
Can we focus on the guilty
Sunny,
parties?
Sunny, did you want to say something?
Well, I was going to say
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not yelling at y'all. I'm yelling at these people.
exactly that, we want victims of hate crimes and any crime to be believed. And so I think that, in a sense, that was a good thing that they came out and said, we believe you.
It was a good thing. No, we have a law. We have a court system. What you do is you allow the court system, the lawyers and the judges to do their jobs. Wait for the evidence, because while you're being empathetic and while you're running to the defense of somebody, what you're also doing is condemning somebody else who has been accused of committing that crime. What happens if it finds out that that person didn't actually commit that crime? Are you going to apologize to them? Of course not. These people and their freaking emotions and feelings, they're ruining our country. They're ruining the narrative. They're ruining what binds us all together. I'm so tired of this.
And what I hope really is to see some contrition, because sentencing is coming up, and we know that he is facing as much as 3 years in prison. And if drugs were involved, if other things were involved, what I would like to see when
none of that has to do with him lying. He sat on the stand and lied again. Drugs don't have anything to do with this situation. They're trying to humanize him in a way that still softens the blow. These people are disgusting.
and when he arrives before the sentencing judge, is complete contrition and penance, and for him to say, maybe, I was on drugs, I made the wrong decisions.
I wonder if they took the same position when it came to Kyle Rittenhouse or anybody else that they disagree with on the right. I wonder. This does not have to do with, the right is always right and the left is always wrong. This has to do with how you treat each individual case based on your own political ideology, and it's a biasy. Because I really do wonder if they were sitting there trying to give Kyle Rittenhouse advice, if they were trying to say, if they really believe that Kyle Rittenhouse was guilty, did they really say that he should just own up to it, and he just explained that he shouldn't have been down there and try to get some sympathy from the judge? They're giving advice to Jussie Smollett to try to help him.
Here, and I wish I would have done things differently. I lied, and forgive me.
He may get there.
I would like
He
to
may
hear
get
that, and if he gets there, then I think there is a place for forgiveness, right, in our country.
And for the Duggar kid also?
A
Well,
child pornographer?
That's a little.
I'm asking the question.
I'm a lot more likely to have a little forgiveness in my heart for somebody who played a hoax on himself and hurt himself.
So they had to make sure that they left it off with the dude and the child pornography. They can't really leave it off on Jussie Smollett is freaking guilty, because as long as they can draw a comparison between the two, of course, in this situation, Jussie Smollett looks like a saint, of course. But we could have had 2 separate conversations about this. But they did this strategically. You got to watch these people. They are very good at this. They say, well, Jussie looked really bad right now, so let's compare him to a much worse case, and that'll make him look better.
Than on somebody who was trafficking in child pornography.
Right.
People are joke. Joke. All right, y'all. I'm sorry about that. I go on a little rant because sometimes you just can't believe exactly what's being going on in my face. And the fact that people watch this and actually eat this up. I would be surprised if he gets any prison time, but hope he does. He created so much more hate in people who are already brainwashed by MSM. Yes, mainstream media is, they at it. They stay at it. This is a part of the whole situation. It's the whole narrative. Look, we're fighting a losing battle. And I'm not talking about right, left. I'm talking about people who really care about truth, care about stats, care about data, care about the real honesty of what's going on in this country and what really works and help. We're fighting a losing battle because these people have an interest. Fake news doesn't have to be what they spin. Fake news could be what they don't tell you. You know, they can just omit certain things, or they could talk about it in a certain way, just like they did with Jussie Smollett just then. I enjoyed the rant. I don't feel yes, I lost it, y'all. I'm probably gonna separate this video and put it out separately because this is supposed to be a video about Samson. I'm sorry, y'all, but I appreciate y'all watching, man. I really do. I thank y'all so much. Yeah, wake up, America. Wake up. We got work to do. All right, y'all. With that being said, thank y'all so much for watching. Like I always say, peace and glory. And if you're new to the channel and you're watching this for the first time, please take the time to subscribe. Hit the bell. You get notified every time I upload a video. Y'all, I will see y'all at the next live stream. And I also got a video coming out tomorrow, so y'all should enjoy that as well. Yeah, I want to apologize. I love y'all. I love y'all. Javier Lobby in the house. Till next time, everybody. Be peaceful and be great. I'm out.
1 in a million to 1 villain. Too hot to be in the kitchen. I'll end up melting the ceiling.